Intermediate Algebra for Statistics, Simplifying Radical Expressions, Part 4. In this video, we will simplify the square root of the integers 1 to 100. Let's begin by looking at our prime and composite numbers. Prime numbers are only divisible by 1 and the number itself, so it only has two factors. So if we take the square root of any prime number, that number will not simplify. So let's begin. Square root of 1 is equal to 1. It's a perfect square. Square root of 2 is prime. It does not simplify. 3 is prime. Therefore, square root of 3 does not simplify. Square root of 4 is a perfect square. It is equal to 2. Square root of 5 is prime. Does not simplify. Square root of 6 is a composite, but it's 2 times 3. Prime times prime, there's no perfect squares as a factor. Square root of 7 is prime, does not simplify. Square root of 8 does have a perfect square as a factor, and that is 4. So we can write square root of 8 as the product of square root of 4 and square root of 2, and square root of 4 is whole number 2. So square root of 8 simplifies to 2 radical 2. Square root of 9 is a perfect square, therefore square root of 9 simplifies to 3. Square root of 10, 2 times 5 is 10, no perfect squares as a factor. 11 is prime, so square root of 11 does not simplify. Square root of 12 has a perfect square as a factor, 4, so square root of 12 simplifies to 2 radical 3. Square root of 13 is prime, does not simplify. 14 is a composite, 2 times 7 is 14. There are no perfect square factors in 14. 15 does not simplify. Square root of 16 is a perfect square. 4 squared gives me 16, so the square root of 16 is 4. 17 is prime. Square root of 18 has 9 as a factor, and the square root of 9 is 3. So square root of 18 simplifies to 3 radical 2. 19 is prime. Square root of 20 can be broken down to square root of 4 times square root of 5. Square root of 4 is the whole number 2. So square root of 20 is 2 radical 5. 21 is 3 times 7. So square root of 21 does not simplify. Square root of 22 is 2 times 11. It does not simplify. 23 is prime. Therefore, square root of 23 does not simplify. Square root of 24 simplifies to square root of 4 times square root of 6, which gives us 2 times the square root of 6. Square root of 25 is equal to 5 because 25 is a perfect square. Square root of 26 is 2 times 13, no perfect square factors. Square root of 27, 9 will go into 27 3 times, so square root of 27 simplifies to 3 radical 3. Square root of 28, 4 as a factor. Square root of 4 is 2, so we have 2 radical 7. 29 is prime, therefore square root of 29 does not simplify. Square root of 30 is 3 times 5 times 2, no perfect squares. 31 is prime. 32 has 16 as a factor, so therefore we can split it up to square root of 16 times square root of 2, which gives us 4 radical 2. Square root of 33 is 3 times 11, no perfect square factors. 34 is 2 times 17, no perfect square factors. 35 is 5 times 7, no perfect square factors. Square root of 36 is a perfect square. 6 squared is 36, so therefore the square root of 36 is equal to 6. 37 is prime. 38 is 2 times 19, no perfect square factors. 39 would be 3 times 13, no perfect square factors. Square root of 40 has 4 as a factor, so square root of 4 times square root of 10 gives me square root of 40, and that simplifies to 2 radical 10. 41. 41 is prime. 42 is 2 times 3 times 7, no perfect square factors. 43 is prime. 44 has 4 as a factor, so we are left with 2 radical 11. 45 has 9 as a factor, so the square root of 9 times square root of 5 gives me the square root of 45, and that simplifies to 3 radical 5. 46 is 2 times 23, no perfect square factors. 47 is prime. 48 has 16 as a factor. 16 times 3 is 48. Square root of 16 is 4, so we have 4 radical 3. Square root of 49. 49 is a perfect square, so square root of 49 simplifies to 7. Square root of 50. 25 is a perfect square and it's a factor of 50, so we're left with 5 radical 2. 51 is 3 times 17, no perfect square factors. 52 has a factor of 4, so we're left with 2 radical 13. 53 is prime. 54 has a factor of 9, so we have 3 times the square root of 6. 55 is 5 times 11, no perfect square factors. 56 has a factor of 4, so we're left with 2 times the square root of 14. 3 times 19 is 57, no perfect square factors. 58 is 2 times 29, no perfect square factors. 59 is prime. 60 has a factor of 4, so square root of 4 times square root of 15 gives me square root of 60, and that simplifies to 2 radical 15. 61 is prime. 62 is 2 times 31, no perfect square factors. 63 has a factor of 9, so square root of 9 times square root of 7 gives me the square root of 63, and that simplifies to 3 radical 7. Square root of 64 is equal to 8. Square root of 65 has a factor of 9, so that becomes 3 radical 5. 66 is 2 times 3 times 11, no perfect square factors. 67 is prime. 68 has 4 as a factor, so this becomes 2 radical 17. 69 is 3 times 23, no perfect square factors. 70 is 2 times 5 times 7, no perfect square factors. 71 is prime. 72 has a perfect square factor, 36. Square root of 36 is 6, so square root of 72 simplifies to 6 radical 2. 73 is prime. 74 is 2 times 37, no perfect square factors. 75 has 25 as a factor, so this reduces to 5 radical 3. 76 has a factor of 4, so this simplifies to 2 radical 19. 77 is 7 times 11, no perfect square factors. 78 is 2 times 39, no perfect square factors. 79 is prime, and 80 has a factor of 16. So 16 times 5 gives me 80. Square root of 16 is 4, so we have 4 radical 5. 81 is a perfect square. Square root of 81 is 9. 82 is 2 times 41, no perfect square factors. 83 is prime. 84 has 4 as a factor, so this reduces to 2 radical 21. 85 is 5 times 17, no perfect square factors. 86 is 2 times 43, no perfect square factors. 87 is 3 times 29, no perfect square factors. 88 has a perfect square factor of 4, so this becomes 2 radical 22. 89 is prime. 90 has a factor of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, so we're left with 3 radical 10. 91, that's 7 times 13, no perfect square factors. 92, 4 will go into 92 23 times, so square root of 92 simplifies to 2 radical 23. 93 is 3 times 31. No perfect square factors. 94 is 2 times 47. No perfect square factors. 95 is 5 times 19. No perfect square factors. 96, square root of 16 times square root of 6 is the square root of 96. Square root of 16 is 4. So we have 4 times the square root of 6. 97 is prime. 98 has a perfect square factor, 49. Square root of 49 is 7. So we have 7 radical 2. 99 has a perfect square factor of 9. And that gives us 3 radical 11. And square root of 100 is a perfect square. It's equal to 10. Thanks for watching.